Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Global News reports that Alberta is poised to abolish its twice-yearly clock changes, with legislation introduced to adopt permanent daylight time beginning November 1. This Alberta Time Initiative, if passed, means residents will no longer set their clocks back in the fall, resulting in darker winter mornings but extended evening daylight. This move is sparking a broader discussion across Western and Northern Canada, with the Northwest Territories announcing it will follow suit. Yukon and British Columbia already maintain fixed time year-round. Manitoba's Premier Wab Kinew is considering aligning with Saskatchewan's Central Standard Time, potentially creating a unified prairie time zone. In Atlantic Canada, Nova Scotia Premier Tim Houston is open to the change, provided neighboring provinces act similarly. Ontario, which passed a bill in 2020 contingent on Quebec and New York, has yet to implement it. While many Canadians welcome the end of disruptive clock shifts, experts like Dr. Joanna Fong Isaria-Wangse of the University of Pittsburgh emphasize that permanent standard time is medically considered the healthiest option. Businesses express concerns about potential scheduling challenges, and there could be complications for travel, trade, and broadcasting as Canadian time zones might diverge from those in the United States. Independent MLA Tara Armstrong has been asked to withdraw comments made in the legislature, as reported by City News Everywhere. During a debate on the Coamox First Nation Treaty Act, the representative for Kelowna Lake Country Coldstream used the term blood and soil, rhetoric historically used by Nazis to promote purity. Armstrong asserted that this term described Ewan Drip's blood and soil theory regarding inherent Indigenous rights linked to land, arguing that BC's sovereignty was established through British laws, not violent conquest. Other MLAs, including Eleanor Sturko and Amna Shah, swiftly condemned her language as disgusting and unacceptable in the chamber. Premier David Eby also took to X, expressing his disgust and stating that no one should use Nazi rhetoric in the BC legislature. Armstrong, in turn, called Eby racist on X, accusing him of endorsing ethno-nationalist principles in treaties by embedding Ewan Drip's principles, and maintained her belief in equality for all Canadians. The BC Greens have since tabled a censure motion which, if passed, would prevent Armstrong from participating in the House until she retracts her statement. Global News reports that Autism Okanagan is reeling after its newly donated home in Kelowna was looted just months after it was received from the Hall Family Foundation in November. The property, intended as the charity's first permanent home for belonging for neurodivergent individuals, was broken into over the weekend. Thieves gained entry by drilling holes through a window casing and proceeded to steal a range of basic necessities, including soap, towels, bedding, cutlery, mugs, glasses, and even toilet paper. Adding insult to injury, an obscene message was left on the kitchen chalkboard. Co-president Tammy Gilmore described it as a gut punch and a feeling of violation. Executive Director Christy Phillips noted the unusual nature of the stolen items. The organization is questioning if the act was targeted, given their public profile. Kelowna RCMP is aware and seeks public assistance for the investigation. Autism Okanagan faces significant costs for replacing items, which will impact its programming, and is now seeking donations for a security system. Vancouver City Council has voted against a motion that sought to allocate funding to reverse lifeguard cuts at 5 city beaches. The decision effectively passes the responsibility back to the Vancouver Park Board. The move came despite considerable public input, with over 40 residents speaking in favor of restoring the lifeguard services. Council members who supported the motion expressed surprise at the outcome. Councillor Sean Orr stated that $600,000, the estimated cost to reinstate the lifeguards, was not a significant amount considering lives were at stake. Vancouver Park Board Commissioner Tom Digby acknowledged that lifeguard hiring for the summer is already underway, but emphasized that securing the necessary $600,000 would likely necessitate cutting other services entirely to avoid diminishing all services across the board. Safety advocates highlighted that the cost of a single drowning far exceeds the proposed funding for lifeguards. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.